Carolina Panthers. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Now the former Oregon man, it's his Barner. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop him cold. Nothing there.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Super 66.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They run. It's Gurley going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Come on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The tackle there by John Johnson.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken it around the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Past the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 49 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Cam's going to run the option right. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And again, this time to the tailback. And this one also slow in developing, as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling that pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Hooked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
5.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here we go.
Goal. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
All right. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Gano the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
12. Now, we go.
On second down, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
12.
From the 50, it's gone. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
5. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
12. Here we go. 12. 5.
To throw on second down is gone. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Looking for Woods that time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go. 11.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Trying to get it to Woods. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Merlin.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 58 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
14.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, this from 33. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. They'll run. It's Barner. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Two.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go. Orange.
From the gun, here's Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Goff now looks to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
14.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. It's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. K1 Short in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
14. Hard ball.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. K1 Short able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run it now with Barner. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Gun. On the ball.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Starting left here. Tiger.
Back to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. They got him in. It's Woods. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now a run for Barner. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
That was a really nice play. Be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our crew.